Good morning. It is Friday, 9 in the morning. You already know what day it is. It's Friday. We have to put on that lucky shirt. We're going to need it for a day like today, especially after this ripper of what just happened with the news at 8:30. It pretty much hurts to understand too much and then be down in the day. Right now, I am down 300. It's upsetting. It's no excuses, but what ended up happening here was I was trying to buy this dip. Essentially, I knew that we were going to be bouncing off that like 40 area, 33 area. I was trying to buy around there, but I have it recorded. I don't know what happened with my screens, and it lagged and it filled me terribly, and I got stopped out before I even knew it, like, because I had a 3-point stop, right? So whatever, things happen, and then I end up getting triggered a bit up when that happened, and I did some stupid stuff. But anyways, the point is, I've always known that this was gonna happen. At the reclaim of 58, it was always gonna be a straight arrow up, or it was always gonna be pushing higher today. It's got nothing to do with the numbers. Please understand that. I cannot stress enough. I don't know if the numbers were good. I don't know if the numbers were bad. It doesn't fucking matter what the numbers were, to be honest. Good morning. It's Friday. Like I said, we got the lucky shirt on. It's another day. We're gonna do it today. Today I'm gonna be a bit aggressive on this for sure. This pissed me off. My computer lagged. I was trying to buy this dip down here, but whatever. My computer did what it did. I have it recorded, so I'm not lying to you. Okay, it was a bunch of bullshit. I gotta get a new computer. But point is, what were the numbers? I still don't know what the numbers were. Okay, I do not know. I have no idea if they were good, bad. Actually, let's go over it. Let's see. Because I mean, I don't care what numbers were. And then I don't know if you read your messages, Elizabeth, you can see over there what I told you about that plan. Above 58, we reclaimed that 58 area before the news got released. We were hovering, I think, just below it, right here. You can see that, right? We were hovering below it. Once the news happens, this is exactly what I keep preaching and talking about. Okay, the news happens, and look at the first move. The first move was a dump, right? Pretty simple. So what do? You want to think opposite. Okay, don't think that that move is the correct one. First move is usually the trap. Again, it played out fucking perfectly here again. Okay, fucking beautiful. Okay, and then we get back above this 57, 58 area, which is the previous all-time high that we were pretty much magnetized to all night. All right, and then what happens? Surprise, effing surprise! Look at it. We're all the way to the highs again. Did the numbers matter? Absolutely. Maybe. I don't know. But the point is a simple one. In terms of what the market wants to do, it doesn't. Okay? This shit is already pre-programmed to go wherever it's going to be destined to head. Okay? Exactly. It messed up a lot of people that were shorting, but I was trying to buy this dip and it still messed me up. And that's when it hurts to be good, because I knew that this fucker was going to go higher. And then I'm still down on the day. That's what today we're going to be very aggressive. I know that that doesn't sound that best. Sometimes it can end badly, but it doesn't matter. We're going to get this shit done. It's Friday. I'm feeling lucky. I'm feeling it today. The point is simple. First move, trap. Okay? This proves my point even more. Okay? I don't say these things because it makes them sound nice and pretty. It's because it's the truth. Look at it. News gets released, dumps, recovers, claims the level again, and then we're off to the races. How high this thing can go, it's entirely up to the market. Okay? I do not know. I don't have a crystal ball. But what I do know, and what I can tell you with confidence, is that this is now our trap right here. A gigantic, massive trap. Meaning, we sell below this trap for whatever reason at any point with any pullback. It doesn't matter why or how it happens. But if we were to sell below this, we are now entering short territory, meaning that we want to look for shorts. So do not get too aggressive with buys, right? Above this levels, above 58, above 46, and above the lowest low of that trap, which is that 41 area. So this can get pushed up, right? Above this area, we are not looking for longs. I'm going to be looking for longs all day long. I don't want to be short, because at the end of the day, is this a short to you? Look at this massive fucking boner candle there. It's as clean as it's going to get. Okay, 2 minutes. This thing's squeezed, all right? Do not be fading this move. It can easily pull all the way back, and that's what I'm hoping for, and maybe retest that 59 area one last time. Perfect. I can take a long off that area, right? That's what I'm waiting for. If it happens, if it doesn't, I might want to take a long right here because I want to be more aggressive today. Like I said, right above this 68 area, I can see there's a lot of support looking to the left, if that makes sense. That's where I want to be getting long. I don't want to be getting long here right now because it could easily pull back, okay, and you can get stuck on the pullback. But it can also easily continue to rip higher because we are on an uptrend. So it all depends on how much risk you want to take on. That's what it comes down to, right? The risk that you are comfortable with taking. If you get long here, well, where's your stop? Your stop shouldn't be here. Your stop should be all the way down here at the 70 area. So you're going to be essentially telling me that you're going to risk 7 points, right? Because that's where the stop makes sense for me. It doesn't make sense to have your stop here, right? So just understand that. Understand that you should be looking for stops, not necessarily where to be buying. Because buying, you could do it up here. You could have done it here. And, I mean, it's a 50-50, right? But, like, I bought here and I broke even twice on this trade here, okay? But the point is simple. It's Friday. The numbers got released. They were important. They screwed up. People must have blown up accounts already. Hey, I could have been one of those easily today. But the messed up part is that I was actually long. I was long bias going into today. As I said, as long as we were above here, we are going to be making new highs. If we had dropped down to the 33 area, 40 area, I would have been buying it either way, okay? I am only looking for longs. I am not looking for shorts. Whoever wants to short this train, short it, good for you. Make sure you leave your stop above here so that when we rip higher, we take it. That's exactly what I'm waiting for. I'm not looking for no shorts. You guys are welcome to do whatever you want, though. But that's my plan. Market is going to open up very soon. So we will see if we are going to get that continuation of this trend, of this push. The only thing that does kind of worry me, and this is the part where we overanalyze everything as traders, and or as I do at least. We are now leaving again. Like I said, do not trade off just gap ideas, but understand that they are there. That gap is at 55.50, meaning that's where we closed that yesterday. And today we are opening up at the 76.50. So we're opening up 26, whatever, it's over 20 points higher than yesterday. So we could essentially maybe come back. But then again, look at this chart, how many gaps there is, and they never got filled. And that's just from the past day or two. This is from yesterday. I was looking for that potential gap fill. And then we can continue on lower. Yesterday, the day before that, that was also another gap fill that we still have not done. And there's gaps like this continuing all the way back from November. Trust me, I remember them. So maybe they're left to get filled for the next market crash. That's my conspiracy theory here. That's my my tinfoil hat for you, if you will. I think that those levels are being left like this on purpose so that when we do crash and the market does end up pretty much flushing really deeply, that is when those gaps will get filled. But because usually, again, like we can go back in the whole entire history of the market and they do fill. All these gaps, they've always been filled. Like there's barely, out of like, let's assume there's 100 gaps in the chart of the SPY, like 98 of them will always get filled. 98 out of 100. Or yeah, it's a really high percentage. Again, I'm not trying to say that we're going to sell off today. We're not. I'm just simply telling you that maybe that's for the next rug pull of the market. Who knows? But, okay, so going back to the charts itself, this is the gap we're leaving from yesterday. And pretty simple. There's nothing to pretty much do except buy with the trend at this point. I'm not going to be looking for a gap fill like yesterday. But watch me today not look for that gap fill, and then it does end up filling that stupid gap today. So I just want to be aware of that. Yeah. I want to see my setup come on display. I understand we're on an uptrend. We want to push. Maybe if we can, like I said, potentially return back to the 68 area, that would be a potential long for me. But I will wait and see. Let's see how the market opens up. Remember, this is algo driven. This is very like the algorithms are pushing this market higher. They're doing a lot of funny things here, right? So let's just wait for the real volume to come in at 9:30, and that's when we're gonna get probably some chop or some continuation, and it'll be a pretty good move maybe at open. But yeah, maybe if we're building a base above here, I might even consider another long here, like up here at that 71 area. We'll see. It all depends how the market opens on up. Because at that point, I don't know if you guys can see this, but imagine this as being the pole, right? We could be flagging here right now, and I don't want to be missing on no move. So this could be the flag here, right? If we consolidate a little bit in this area, that's what I want to see too. That's fine. We're high, but if we can consolidate inside this area, I can probably try to take a long of this bottom here, right? This is our flag, right? So you can see the flag right here, all right? Oops. It's kind of invalid of an idea because it shouldn't be above like that. It should be something like this, right? So if we can consolidate a little bit more, that's when I want to get long here. Because I need confirmation too, right? I don't want to just take the first long off here. But again, understand that we're bouncing off this support, right? So I want to take longs. I want to get in it, but I just want to wait a little bit more. I'm not shorting this. There's no way I'm shorting this. I don't care if this thing dumps at open. Good. Let it dump. I'll just buy it. I'll buy it down here. All right. I'm going to be taking along of that 71 area if we come back. I'm going to, again, have my, I'm going to buy at 71. I'll probably have my stop. I mean, it doesn't need to be a big stop either, too. Because if I'm going to be wrong on that, I'm going to be wrong fairly quickly. Or another thing I'm looking for right now is if we can essentially flush these lows. So if we break below here, right? So this is support, right? There's two ways to look at this for me. We can buy here and look for a continuation. Or the safer bet is always to wait for a trap. Meaning, this is support. I want to see price break below it. So essentially do something like this. I want to see a little bit of a wick break below, come back up, and then I want to take a long right when it reclaims that 71 area. Does that make sense? That's two ways to play this. Again, it's to understand also that look how high we are. We could essentially get trapped as well, right? Like we could be buying right before it starts selling. So understand, the higher price goes, the higher the levels continue, the more risk you are going to be putting on, right? The more risky the trade becomes, because at the same time, you got to understand that everybody's piling on long right now, right? Or short. But again, that's why I want to see some type of reaction into down here and reclaim. Or breaking above and then fall back into the range. Does that make sense? Well, that's what I'm looking at, right? Again, you got to see what you are looking for, but so let's see. We're bouncing right off that 71. I want to see if we can get just a little bit of a flush. I want to flush this support a little bit and then reclaim the area if we can do that. Okay, so I want to see if we can break below it and then come back above it. That's what I'm waiting for. I could take a long off here. It's risky. Like I said, I'm going to be sticking to that trap idea maybe. Let's just see if we can hold the support. I really want to wait. I want to see this get flushed first because there's a lot of stops we're building, right? Or like I said, higher risk play is we can just bounce from here, right? So let's see. Let's wait. I'm gonna wait for a trap. Probably it's the safer bet considering how high we are. So I'm gonna wait. Just I need to see this get taken out because I know that all the stops are down here, right? Stops of the longs are 71. If I get long right now, where's my stop? My stop is gonna be somewhere in the 70 area, which is where all the other stops are at right now too. So I don't want to be going with the crowd, if that makes sense. I want to see the crowd get taken out first. You see how that's happening? Okay. If we come back to above that 71, maybe I'll take that long. But we have to wait for that confirmation. You can't just buy right now because we're at 70. Okay, we have to get a bounce from here. That's why I said it's always best to wait for the trap. Wait. See, it didn't hold up, right? So that's no good. I'm gonna continue to hold and wait. And that's why watching price and observing is always best, right? We could have easily bounced from here. As you can see, we would bounce 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, right? So it's best to wait at that point. And if you were taking this long off here, for me, my stop would have been pretty tight. It would have not been all the way down here, right? Don't think that all this support will hold all the time, right? If you're buying long down here, that's fine. It's a high risk trade as I talked about, but you must have your stop pretty tight on it, because if support's gonna hold, it's gonna bounce exactly as it did over there, right? If not, you take the $100 loss or whatever your stops are, and you move on. Right now, what I'm waiting for is to see if we can come back and take back this 71 area. That's what I'm waiting for. If not, I'm gonna be bidding this level directly at the 58, 55 area. But I'm looking for longs. I'm not looking for shorts. And remember, market hasn't opened up yet, right? Right now, it's a lot of algo-driven noise. Relax. Get something to drink. The real move, I think, will obviously happen right at market open with the real volume. What about you? Anybody have any ideas? Do you guys think today's gonna be a fake out and we're gonna be dumping? Will we be making a new high? Or so far the high is that 79 area, 79. Will we get another push higher? Can we continue the run up higher? Or will we sell? But this was such a beauty though. I don't know how my computer fucked me up here. This was a straight buy all day long right after that first trap. Want to see if I can listen to some music today. I want to listen to some music. Come on, market. We're going to open up in 10 minutes. So in 10 minutes, we should get a better idea of what real move is going to be the one that's going to hold. Are we going to go higher today, or this thing is going to dump one or the other? But that just... So far, it's good. Good. Very good. It was my mistake here for messing this up. It was my mistake. It wasn't my computer's mistake. Fucking, I got long, and then, like, you gotta understand what happened. Like, price opened up here, dips. As it dipped, I got long, and it filled me all the way up here. And then price was already down here. I don't know what happened, but I don't know. Anyways, that's always the risk when trading with numbers, and especially with this computer that I gotta double check what the hell's going on. Market's opening up in 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Unemployment numbers were higher than expected. So the unemployment rate is 3.9 in the States versus the forecast of 3.7. So technically speaking, more people, I guess, are unemployed now. And yeah, that's a good thing for the market. You can see that clearly. It's messed up to say, but unfortunately, I mean, that's why I say the numbers. Technically, wouldn't it be a bad thing if more people are losing their jobs, right? You have higher unemployment. You have higher risk of bad things happening to your society, but it doesn't matter. I'll be back. I'm gonna get some water. I do want water. Okay, we are back. We have this water. We are ready for market open. So I'm gonna be waiting and watching for this potential 71 reclaim. Maybe I'll take a long off there. If we can get back above it, it could present a good opportunity to buy for me. Remember, like I said, there's that gap fill at 55. I'm gonna bring in my main charts for you to kind of see what I'm looking at. Yeah, so that 55 is the gap fill, this white line on the 15-minute chart. This is a must hold level if we get any dips lower than that, which would be pretty messed up if we break that, because it's gonna be a little bit of a dump fest. So we don't want to break that level. That's a key level. And we definitely want to stick above the previous all-time high, which was started with a magnet for this yesterday and today, that 57.75 area, or just around. Let's go between 55 and 58. That's exactly an area that we want to hold on any dips. So we want to stick to that plan. For me, I'm going to be looking to buy if we get down here possibly. And my stop would have to be, depending, if I get long at 55, it's going to be right below that 49 area. Depends. Well, let's see how the price reacts down there. And you can see here also something else I want to bring on up. The hourly candle is getting stuck at that pivot. The pivots, like I said, they're kind of like, I don't want to just say that they work all the time, but they're like magnets. A lot of the times they like to magnetize, they like to act as magnets, where price goes to these targets and then gets pushed above. It is now weaker resistance, so maybe next time we break above it, we can essentially push higher, right? But the idea is the same. There's a pivot up there. and there's another pivot down here. Like these things are very, very far apart over here, but again, they're magnets. I look at them as magnets. If we can get above that 75 area, potentially that 78 area, this thing's gonna be a ripper all the way at least to that 92 area. I'm not gonna get into why. Okay, these are my lines. I have these lines. These are core lines that I have on my main chart. Okay, that red one especially, that's gonna be a big magnet. And medium is medium trend. So yellow is medium trend for me. And then blue is gonna be like a mild resistance or support. Okay, so that's on. Those are lines that I have on my personal charts. I know what I draw, so I'm not gonna get into every single one where these lines are starting from or how they are even there. But for me, I'm looking at over 78. We are pushing at least to that 92 area to test that line if we can get there. Right now, I'm looking for longs. As I said already, we could potentially reverse right from here and then get back up to that 71 area. That would be of interest to me. That would be interesting for me. Again, I'm not willing to bid this right here, right now, even though I think we will come back up here. But that's why I don't want to trade what I think. I don't want to trade my emotions. I want to trade what the charts tell me. Because from here, we could very easily as well reverse, get denied at that 71, and then boom, fall lower, right? So let's just wait for some confirmation. Market is opening up in a few minutes. So at least now I've told you my plan. Above 71, I'm going to be looking for longs. And if that one doesn't work or we get denied here and we continue lower at open, I'll be looking for that 55 and 58 area to take some longs. I would honestly prefer this thing to reverse right here, right now, and sell to that 55 area at open so I can take some longs up there. That would be better for me. Like I said, many ways to trade this, many different ways that you can look at it. So my way is only one way. I am looking potentially for a sell to that 58, 55 area as of right now, and then I can take some longs off here. Or if we get back above 71, that's why it's important to wait. If I had bought here just because I feel like we're going to go back up, like I said, I don't want to trade my feelings. I want to trade what the charts are telling me. And right now, the charts didn't tell me that we were above 71 again to reclaim this area. So I must sit patiently and wait. Market is opening up in a minute and 15, whatever, 10 seconds. Let's see what happens. It's already starting to reverse this massive push. So that's no surprise to me. As long as this area continues to hold, we are very, very good. Like I said, I'm going to be taking some longs off here. If this does not hold up, then it can get a little bit scary. So I'm going to be very cautious with longs at that point because we could be breaking down and we might want to test this low of this trap, right? So take it easy. Let's see how the action plays on out. Again, I knew that we could have sold off, right? You can see that trend line that was there. There's many different ways to trade the market. There's too many. There's too many ways. You got to find what works for you. I refer often to those trend lines, well, because I know that there's a lot of traders that trade off those trend lines, and they do work a lot of times. Like you see that one, that was a nice sell-off, right? But more often than not, I find those trend lines do not work. So, all right, market is opening up in 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Get ready to place your bet. Is the market gonna dump or is the market gonna pump? Let's see. New highs at 79, I think it was. Okay, market is now open. We are open. I want to take some longs off down here. Please, pretty please, market. Come on lower. Come on lower. I will buy you down there. Please, please, please. I'm going to sit patiently. Again, I have my areas of action, which is down here at this area. That's where I want to buy. That's where I'm really interested in buying. Not only does it represent a good buy area for me, it would also mean that we will fill the gap. at 55. Fuck, could have just bought this thing right at open. But I want to wait. Again, my entry is down here for me. I want to wait for this area here. Pretty please, market. Let's go on down to 55. 55. I think she wants to hit 55. And again, why is 55 important? Because I think that we want to fill that gap fill, right? We close up yesterday at 55. It makes a whole lot of sense to go down and fill it. But right now, take it easy. I want to see some clear direction. Yes, it looks like it's an obvious clear direction up, but this candle could very easily reverse and go lower to that 55 area, right? So be patient. We're in between the range. I want to be long above 71 or at 55. I do not want to be inside of this box. Inside of this box doesn't represent me with an edge. I do not have advantage over other people inside of this range. All I have here is that we are bouncing from potentially this support here and the overnight support there, right? So it just sucks that we bounce right from there. Fuck me. Like I said, price hit 71, but that's not a convincing retake for me. It's got to basically come up and then turn it into support for me. At that point, I'm interested. Right here, we could just be back testing that area where we broke down from, and then we might waterfall. And that's why it's important to have a plan. I'm buying here or I'm buying above here, but like I'm not buying in here or selling. I'm not doing anything. Come on. All right, I think she wants to reclaim that 71 back. If she does, well, then I'm interested in a long, but it's got to reclaim it. This is getting denied there. Gotta wait. Sit patiently, wait. I want to see if we can get down here to this 55 area. I can be more aggressive at 55 as well. Like I said, this is great. We are reclaiming, so this could be essentially a trap. But I want to wait. This is not enough convincing for. This is not convincing to me. I'm gonna take a quick long. Let's see what happens. It seems like we're taking back this level. If we can do it, great. If not, then my stop is gonna be tight. Like I said, I do not want to be holding this thing for very long. If we cannot reclaim this area, we're essentially gonna be folding and breaking to that to go test that 55. Or we're gonna reclaim this area right now. We're gonna just push with strength. That is one of the two things that I was looking for. So I'm always gonna take a pre-planned entry that I kept on talking about. This could be another trap, but we need to start pushing right here, right now, if we can do it. Or else, gotta break even on the trade or just take the stop out, one or the other, but I'm gonna be waiting. I'm risking 3 points, nothing major, right? Or she's going to go or she's not going to go. One or the other. Either way, like I said, I was interested above this area if we can continue this trend. If not, that's okay. All right, I'm filled. I'm stopped. Whatever. She doesn't want to go. Maybe it was always a better idea to just simply wait for this area to come down here. I gotta see this account. There we go. Come on, ES. Get down to that 55 area. He wants to go. But we must wait. We tried this long. It didn't reclaim the area. Again, I understand the risk. And it's a tight stop. I'm not gonna be holding and praying and holding for a long time. She's either gonna go or she's not gonna go. Friday. Gotta love Fridays. Come on, let's get to that 55 area. Let's get to the 55 area. Oh my goodness. So this first dump was exactly the lowest. Are we gonna go? Come on, like, fudge. It moves so nicely overnight. And then this fucking numbers over here piss me off too. Now we're here inside this chop range. I think this thing wants to reclaim this area overall, but I'm not trading this thing anymore. Watch me now not trade, and it's just gonna continue up higher. Why wouldn't it, right? Like, now that I'm not long, now it's got like permission to go higher. Because I'm not long anymore, right? We'll see. The news was nice. Pulled back all the way, pushes. Now we're inside here. It's like, fuck. I could buy. I could have bought here. Could have shorted here. I don't know. It's messed up. That 71 area is the key here. That we want to hover above that area. I want to take longs above it. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Fuck. I was just long this area. You see what I'm talking about? Like, I just took this long here. Break you. I mean, I get stopped out. Fucking bounces right from there. We're trying to reclaim this area, and it's like, am I really gonna be bidding the same level? Like, at the same idea, it still work, but it's frustrating. It's very frustrating for me. Because I think this thing's gonna rip. I don't see this thing selling anytime soon, but we'll have to wait and see. If we can get some entries out down here, I'll be very tempted to get aggressive down there. But down up here, I mean, I just wanted to get long 71, and the fucker's going now. My God, I'm telling you. Why? Like, what was wrong with doing this exact push when I was long here? Does that make sense? Like, what was wrong with it? I'm just not in it right now anymore. That's the only difference. The push is the same. The idea is the same. Look at the prick. Unbelievable. I'm gonna have my order placed here at 71. If we get back down to 71, I want to be long. I don't know if we will. Fuck, man. I like. Oh gosh. Cause I'm getting frustrated because I think this thing's gonna start pushing soon. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You see that? You see that? I was just long. I take this fucking stop out, and then literally 2 candles later, we get back above. I don't trade it this time, and now we're actually pushing. What the fuck was the problem with doing it when I was long? Oh my God. I think I'm gonna be over this thing soon now. I don't even want to trade this thing anymore. I'm gonna get my emotions involved, and then I'm just gonna start doing dumb shit. But anyways, the idea would have been great. Just I wasn't in at the right time, I guess. I was in 4 minutes early. If I had been in 4 minutes later, that would have been better. I'm going to average in my position to this prick. I'm going to take one long here. If it comes down to 71, I'm adding in another one. I'm going to be averaging in my position in up here. Fuck this thing. I think we want to go 90. We're going to go higher and higher and higher, especially after this trap now, right? I'm going to leave this fucker on. I'm going to leave it on. I'm long one. I'm leaving this thing on. I can't do anything else. I'm over this thing. Look at this. I was just long up here, right? I take the reclaim of 71. That's what I was talking about. I was just talking about it. I take the stop out here, all right? And then 4 minutes later, it rebounds and basically totally reclaims that area. And then boom, this was what I was looking for on this original push. I would have been averaging in my position into this, right? We're always going to go higher. This fucking push lower, it's bullshit, okay? Okay, I'm sounding maybe a little cynical, right? But I am a bit upset at how I should have been buying long from down here this morning. Okay, this thing, but whatever, it's life in general, right? I have one contract long, okay? And I'm leaving this thing. I'm not touching it. I am leaving the prick. I don't care what happens from here on out. I'm going to be long. This is my position, 75 something. 75, 75. I'm so, I'm over it. I'm over it. Whatever happens, happens. And I'll be leaving it live. I don't care. I do not care right now. Or are we going to go or we're not going to go? I don't know. My money says yeah. That's why I'm long. So I'm staying long. I'm not putting no stop, no break even, no nothing. We're going to leave this thing on. If it goes lower, I'm going to be buying more. That's it. I'm over this prick trying to chase price or it reclaim that 71 area. As long as we're above 71, we are good. Everything is going to plan. That's it. I'm over this thing. Let it be. More. It's Friday. You got to understand the way the market works. It's buy high, sell higher, and then buy higher, sell it higher. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Same shit. Every Friday is the same damn thing. From now on, I think on Fridays, I'm just going to wake up. and I'm gonna buy whatever price it's at. It doesn't matter. Just buy it. Okay? Buy it. All right? You just buy the damn thing and that's it. Let it be. I know there's liquidity at that 80 level. Okay? Just be careful. This thing could easily pull back. I remember the liquidity there. So if we get above 80, that would be interesting. But until then, we're probably gonna pull back slightly and then go higher. There's a lot of liquidity at that 80 level. I am averaging in my position. I'm leaving this thing on. Like I said, I don't care. I want more on this move. I'm just adding in a little bit late. I think if we get back, if we continue to push above that 80 level, this thing's going to continue to that 90. This thing wants 90. I'm averaging in my position, like I said already. This thing's going to boner candle. It's going to do it. There's a lot of liquidity here at 80. That's why. It's going to piss me off right now if it goes lower to that 75. Because I do not have a lot of margin on this account right now. I was long one from here at 75, like I said. I wanted to take from entries from 71. We are going. I'm not going to try to tell you about the 71 reclaim, all right? But I know that it's frustrating for me, especially understanding how these things kind of play out and then basically missing out the whole move. But that's okay. It's just, it is frustrating. It is frustrating. This thing wants 90. I'm telling the best strategy is just buy on Friday, buy the prick. That's it. Buy it. This thing wants 90. Come on, let's hit the 90, and then you do whatever the hell you want, and I will move it along. Hit 90 already. Fuck's sakes. Look at this straight arrow. Look at this thing. My God. Where's the beginning? Right at that 71 area. Prick sakes. Just go hit the 90, please. Fuck. Go hit it. This thing is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Of course not. Now you're not going to do it, are you? Should have been long all those 4 from the bottom. Oh well, shit happens. It is what it is. Always does the same crap. Always the same thing. Always. Or this thing goes 80 or it's stopping me out. I don't care. This thing, oh god damn it, this 71 is what triggered me here. I freaking called this setup. I'm like, if we reclaim this 71, it's gonna be a ripper. Look at that. We do reclaim. We basically, I guess, stopped out here. We push higher right after 4 minutes later. It's like, it's frustrating. Super frustrating. So I am leaving this thing on. I might as well even just walk away because whatever happens right now happens. I think she wants it. I think she wants to go touch the 90 at least. So I'm going to be taking out 3 at that 89 area. If she wants to give it to me, of course, then that's great. If not, I'm over this thing. It's like I spoke it into existence. This 71 here, I said, if we would get back above the 71, I want to take longs up there. Okay? I do take a long. I get stopped out here. 4 minutes later, what a fucking ripper. Okay? And then it's messed up. It hurts to kind of get stopped out just to see this thing go basically right to the moon right after. But the idea was the same. I said right after that 71 reclaim, I want to be long, and that's exactly what I did. But then I added extra at the top here because I think that we are going to that 90. We want to get to that 90 level. Anyways, that's what I think. Do not be in so heavy as me because I'm risking it today. I don't care. I should have been done this freaking thing already. So I'm leaving this thing on. I got 4 contracts long. Any pullback is going to screw me, but right now I want to just get to that 90 level. 90. It's incoming for me. Come on, let's go 90. I don't even want to look at it. I don't want to look at it. The more you look at the thing, the more it scares you, and then whatever. This thing wants 90. There's 361 contracts sitting at that 90 on the book map. This thing wants it. The question is, will it be here, right now? That is the main question that I have for ES right now. Can you answer me? Do you want it? Do you want the 90? Yes, I am taking 3 out of 90, and I'm going to be leaving 1 runner on. I am taking 3 out of 90 and leaving 1 on. If she even wants to get. Have I been able to get in? I don't want to talk about it. Okay. I said over here, I wanted to look for, it's okay. Don't worry. No stress. I'm the one who's stressed, okay? Because basically, when this chop shit is happening, right? I'm here talking about how I want to get long above 71. I don't know if you heard that. Or I was going to try to take longs down here. I said, if we get back above the 71 area, this would be a gigantic trap. I get long, stops me out, okay? Then, 4 minutes later, look at this. That happens 4 minutes later. And I spotted this trap area here. I got stopped out, so I got triggered a little bit. So what did I end up doing right after that? I ended up buying. Obviously, I go with the trend. And now I am long 4 contracts. I want to take 3 out of the 90 because there's a lot of liquidity sitting there. There's 365 goddamn contracts sitting at 90. So where's my take profit? Above, in front of those stops. Make sense? Not stops. There's liquidity at 90, so I want to take it just in front of it. In case we get denied, At least I'm gonna lock in 3, and then I'm gonna leave a runner. I'm not even gonna look at this thing. I don't want to look at it. It's frustrating because I should have already. I mean, I'll talk about my frustration later. I just want to see how this thing ends up. I want to see if we can touch the 90. That's what I'm here waiting for. Come on, just go hit 90 ES. Maybe I should de-risk a little bit. I'm not doing it. I'm not freaking doing it. Or we go, or we stop out. It's Friday. It's one or the other. YOLO. No, I'm not gonna say that. Watch me say that and this thing just fucking waterfall. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna play with the market, alright? The market will do and give me whatever it wants to give me, alright? But it would be nice to see that 90 get hit. 90 is about to get hit. Let's see if we can do it. We're gonna be leaving a runner, as I said. If we get hit, if we get taken out at 90, I want to be leaving a runner. Please, ES. Let's see if we can get it. Pretty please, like that. We can walk away from today, and it's gonna be over and done with. Yeah, I know it's gotten me in trouble, but let's hope that today it's gonna get me in the promised land, into the green. Let's see. Come on, one last push. Yes, there's that 90 liquidity. There's also liquidity at the 88. So I just want to be a little bit careful here. Let me see what happens at that 88 level. Let me see. Oh, come on. We're so close. We are so close. We are so close. Like I said, there's also liquidity at 88. Come on, take 3 out at 89.79. Like that, I can leave on a runner. Oh, fuck. Come on. I'll even go 89.50, all right? For you. Just for you. Just for you. Or you know what? The lucky number. What's that lucky number? Let's go 88. No, fuck that. We stick to the plan. 89.50. We stick to the goddamn plan. We've been long since the bottom down there. The plan is 90. We're sitting right in front of that liquidity. That is the plan. The plan is 89.50. That is the plan. We stick to the plan. Just please, yes. A little bit more, baby. A little bit more. Oh my God, it's so close. What lucky 7? The 8 plus 9? All right, yes, you said it, lucky 7. I'm taking it out at 88. I'm going to take it out at 88. I don't know about if it's a lucky 7 so much. Let's go, 88. Take it out at 88. Take 3 out at... Ah, there's 3. Boom! Boom! Now we leave a runner, baby. There's the runner activated now. Let's see if the lottery can pay today. We locked in, I think, 1,000 on something like that on that one. Yeah. Let's go, lottery. Now we play the lotto. We play the lotto now. We're still on a runner. Let's see how much more this runner can print. Hey, you said lucky 7. You know what? I don't want to have no lucky 7 there. So I'd rather lock it in at 88, to be honest with you. All right? I'd rather lock it down. Come on, baby. One more push. Let's get $1,500 on the day and be over and done with this shit today. By the way, if this... Oh, my God. There's 89. There's 89. Oh, my gosh. There she goes. And she's going to continue to rip. Oh, my God. We locked in 3 already. I'm leaving this runner. If this thing pushes above 90, it is game over. I don't even want... I'm just going to leave it on. If we push above this 90 level, I don't know how it's going to do it. I don't know when, honestly. But what I do know is this. If we get above this area, we are going to the 52 freaking 100, okay? We're going there. Just pretty please, let's get up there first. Let's not get denied. All right. 190. If we're gonna get denied, it'll be there at the 51.90. Look at this 15-minute candle. Look at it. Oh my god. It's like it's ready to squeeze the holy frick out of shorts even more. I mean, it already did, but come on, push it. Look at that 15-minute candle. Listing wants to rip, baby. Look at it. 5,200, and the pivot is at 52.05. That's the next pivot. And then we're hitting that resistance at my core line at the 91. So we could potentially have some problems there. But again, that's the job of the lottery to tell me if we are going to have problems there. We might not have problems. We might. I think that's exactly why this is the job of the runner. You see now how beautiful this is, that we are in a runner and I don't need to feel emotion. There's no emotion involved with what's going on right now. This is the best way to trade, in my opinion. You get long where after the trap, it's as good as you're going to get of a setup, okay? And then in terms of trading, way of mentality of thinking, you're on a runner now. You don't need to be looking to chase price. You don't need to be looking for anything. You don't need to be shorting either. You don't need to be doing fucking anything besides debating if you want to take the profit or not. That should be your only problem. Thinking about where to take the profit. We already got it 3 out. I don't care what happens with this one. This is the lottery winner. Whatever this thing wants to print and pay, let it print. But again, what annoyed me was this. This is the setup right here. I said so many freaking times before it did it. If we get back above 71 from here, I want to take longs. I did take the long. You can see it. I'm putting my money where my mouth is at, okay? And then I get freaking stopped out. 4 minutes later, the candle basically comes back and starts this massive rip, all right? Where was the best entry? You could argue it's down here, but how the fuck would you know it's going to bounce from there? There's no way you can tell me you knew it was going to bounce from there, all right? There's no way, okay? And like support is down here, okay? This is where you want to be taking longs as well. So that's why I was interested in this area, right? We never got down here, so I said if we get back above here, this is now our trap, okay? This is our trap. Then you take a long of, whoops. Then you take a long of there, and then you ride it. But that's what pisses me off, that I didn't do it perfectly. I ended up taking a long off here, and then I added contracts later on, okay? And what bothers me even more is that I was already triggered because you see this first dip. This was the trap, right? I was trying to buy here, okay? I was trying to buy, but then I ended up getting filled up here, as you can see. I got stopped out. My computer was acting out. So whatever, it's on video. I'm not trying to make the excuse, but it is an excuse because I should be able to get a better computer. All right. And then this shit happens. Whatever. That's the long story. The short story is simple. We failed this support. This is the flag that I was talking about. Do you recall that? Do you recall me talking about this potential flag? So this was the flag I wanted to fill out a bit more. And look at it. You can see it's a goddamn V, okay? This is a trap. All right, it's called a trap. And then you ride the trap higher, okay? You ride it. You keep riding. You see this thing? It's a goddamn straight arrow. Straight arrow. But all this move happens from one simple idea, the trap. And there's nobody else in this world that I've seen besides myself on this pretty much way of thinking about it. Obviously, I learned from someone. But what I'm trying to say is that now a lot of people would have locked it in at the 90 or whatever the case is. This is only all-time highs. Remember, not a lot of people know how to trade all-time highs because, well, what are you going to do here? Tell me. Are you going to buy or are you going to short? If you short, in my opinion, that, like, I don't want to say bad names, or I don't want to call you bad names, but you have a false sense of understanding, in my opinion, of how the market actually works. Because you don't short this thing. What? You're going to short the first red candle? Come on, think about it. Think about what you're saying. Like if you're shorting this thing, look at this train. You're shorting a goddamn train. All right? Leave it. My runner can get stopped out for break even. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But what if I don't leave my runner on? Okay? What happens if I don't leave this runner on? And then I see price continuing to rally, right? I'm going to feel FOMO. I'm going to feel emotion at that point. I don't want to feel emotion. Your goal should be to take out emotion from trading. You want to trade like a machine. Machines don't think like how humans think. Leave this thing. Look at that. It looked like we were going to finally pull back. And guess what? We are riding this thing even higher. The runner is still paying. The runner is still freaking paying. Leave it. Maybe I'm talking like this because I'm talking to myself. I'm trying not to take myself out. Boom, baby, boom. It's Friday. It's Friday. We're squeezing out them shorts. It was only a matter of time. Let's go 5,200. I want to be in this train and I want to hit 5,200. I am still long. I already took profit. I already took 3 out. I am still leaving this, baby. We're going to leave this thing. Look at the runner. The runner is paying. You leave it. Let the runner be. This is so perfect. This is perfect. Oh my God. It's too good. Too good. It's fucking Friday. The lucky shirt. I'm going to do this. Lucky shirt is on. We got the shades on. We have the lucky chain on. There's nothing to do. What do you want me to talk about? I got to be hyped up at least about the trade. Okay. What do you want me to do? I can't do nothing else besides look at the profit print. Let it be. Let it be. Let the runner pay. Oh my God, the runner is at $462. Let's go a little bit more because I took that loss just a little bit more. Come on. I got to leave it a little bit more. So like that. Yeah, just leaving it. Let it be, baby. Let it be. Let this train continue. Let the train continue. Like, come on, let's go hit 5,200. Let's go hit 5,200. That's the next magical number the market wants right now. The market wants that 5,200. I should just leave and leave this thing on. I really would love to see 5,200 get hit right now. That would be very nice. Look at this 15-minute candle here. It actually bonered out a little bit. Look at it. See that resistance? That was my middle, mid time frame core line. It was we had some resistance. Do you see here? My red line. We're starting to struggle there. So like I said, we could reverse from there. We could have some problems there. As long as we continue this wave higher above 87, there's no way that I'm taking myself out for now. I'm just gonna let this thing be. Hopefully we can get at least a push to the 5,200. That's what I'm waiting for. Why 5,200 specifically? It's a very nice number. That's exactly why. It's a psychological number. You got to understand that. We are so close to 5,200. We're at 5,190. Why not go to 5,200? This is all new all-time highs, okay? You got to understand that. There's a lot of people that wouldn't even know where to go. 5,200 makes a whole lot of sense. It's a psychological barrier. It's a psychological magical number. We're 10 points off it. And 5205 is going to be the next, I guess, pivot. And that's going to be the next computerized target or magnet, if you will. All right. So just understand that we have that psychological aspect as well in trading. It's not all just lines and trend lines and blah, blah, blah. It's there's some psychological aspects to the whole thing as well. Right. So, yeah. And you see how we're getting denied? I have on my chart here that 50-90 area right here, right? Like this was going to be resistance. I said that before it even went there to hit it. You see how we hit? And now we're retracing. These lines, they stay on my chart for a reason. We need to break out above it, or we could potentially reverse and get back into the range. So again, I'm not gonna try to predict it. It is the lottery winner's job to tell me if we are gonna reverse here or we are not. I do not know. I'm just worried if we're gonna come back to take this runner out just to basically go higher. That would kind of worry me. Not worry me. It's again, this is my runner, so it's not a big deal. I'm just simply stating that it would be frustrating to see that happen. So if I don't feel comfortable with holding it any longer, I might as well just take profit, right? I would like to leave it longer, but yeah. Pretty please, yes. Do not come to take my runner just to go higher. Just get a nice rebounds from here. Let's go 5,200 and then you can get denied. That is the best. I like that idea. That idea is better. It's a better idea. Come on, ES. Don't do this, baby. We can go a little bit more. We can go a little bit more. Can't we? I think we can. I think we can. Come on. Come on. Come on. I miss my music. Gotta get some music. We got to get back above 90 right now or else I'm going to take it out. I'm not going to like this action too much if we cannot get back above 90. So just be wary of that. For me, my trade is still alive if we get back above 90 right here, right now. Come on, let's get a nice pop. Yes, come on. Come on, yes. There we go. SPY, good job. Getting above 90, very good. NQ is starting to rip a little bit. Can we push? Can that magical 5,200 level come to fruition? Come on, we gotta rip. Rip, 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 rip. Just rip, 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 rip. It's a momentum play at this point. We cannot get denied here. NQ. Lead the way, NQ. See NQ? Look at the SPY at the bottom. Come on. Come on, NQ. Lead the way. Break this little high NQ and I will thank you. I'll send you a kiss through the air. Oh, no, it didn't like the kiss. It's pulling back. So no kisses for you. Okay? I think she wants 5,200, like I said. The question is when and how, right? Like, that's always the question. It could be later, it could be now, it could be any time, right? So I don't know. I'm not really liking how we should have pushed definitely a little bit more. Let me see. We're turning 90 into support. Very good. We need to bounce off that 90. Amazing. We're at 91. We have to hold 90. We cannot drop below 90. Right? You see that? We push. I don't want this to be a failed breakout above this resistance. Then we have another trap to the downside. Very good. Now we're back into the middle. That's fine. As long as we're above 90, I am comfortable with holding this. At this point, I do want to have a tight leash on my runner. I don't want to just leave it, because we could easily pull this all the way back, and I just don't want to be giving back that much profit on my runner. We got to continue to push. We have to continue. Just a little bit more. Come on, a little bit more, baby. We got to get above this high. We get above this high, it's off to the 5,200 level. I want to take profit at 5,200 if we can get it. Come on. Come on, yes. Boner candle. Do a nice boner candle for daddy, please. She doesn't want it, so we might just take it out. Lock it down. Not a big deal. Let's see. Again, if I wasn't here, I would just let this thing be, but I just want to... I see the dollar pumping. I'm going to take it. Can't complain. Concludes an amazing trade. Okay? Amazing trade. Nothing else to do. I was down on the day, I think 300 coming into this trade and coming into the day. We are now up over $1,000 on the account. Can't complain. Could have taken more money out of this trade as for sure, but you never know. It's best to take profit. It's best to lock it down and you start fresh with another trade idea later on. Again, I took that runner because I see this on my main chart. You see the dollar, how we're starting to kind of squeeze back up. And I didn't like to see this candle here on the dollar. That's a pretty bullish candle on any chart, right? So I'm worried that if this was probably a low of the dollar is going to try to retrace some of what it sold off. Okay, as you can see, it is. And as the dollar starts to do this, well, then ES and NQ can get weaker. That doesn't mean that we're going to sell, all right? That does not mean that we are going to sell. That just means that we could create this new chop range, right? And I don't want to be in it at that point. I'd rather lock it down at a pretty high price considering from where I got long at, right? Can't complain. Still a good day. So amazing. And I think that's gonna conclude the stream for me today. There's no, unless you have a question or something you would like to kind of ask me or anything. I mean, if you want, you can before I go. If you do not, I'm just gonna leave anyways. But again, this was such a beautiful reclaim of this trade idea right here. I wanted to get long of that 71. Okay, unfortunately, the first time around I got stopped out, but the idea is the same. I got long again up here, so I'm allowed to take trades like with the same trend, the same idea, right? I cannot flip back and forth. You have to go with the trend. You gotta go with the trend, right? So just understand that. And yeah, this morning, did the numbers matter? In my opinion, they were just, the market was just waiting for them. So now get ready. Monday, Tuesday, chop. Probably selling. Okay, that's been the trend. And then look at this beautiful bus. You gotta ride this wave. It's amazing when you ride these waves. It's beautiful, gorgeous, amazing. Well, I'm gonna leave. Like I said, if you did have a question or something, that was probably your time to ask. If not, salute. Thank you for watching. Today's Friday. We're gonna keep it short. There's nothing to do. Okay, I'm not gonna trade this shit anymore. I'm done. So, out.